welcome to the special interview segment of Crime Watch. And today we'll be talking interagency rivalry. And to do justice to that is a security expert in the person of Dickson Osajie. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Ivy. Nice being here.
We've heard the recent happening in Taraba precisely, between the army and the police. And I'm saying, how do we tackle this trend? What do we do to change what we have on ground?
Wow, it's a very terrible situation, and I wish to send my sympathy to the family of the deceased police officers who died in line of duty. That death could have been averted if the soldiers on duty has exhibited a spirit of professionalism. Now, we're meant to understand that these guys were going for a covert operation, and haven't succeeded that operation. On their way back, they skate through the first checkpoint, second checkpoint, and at the third checkpoint, the guys on the third checkpoint receive an order from a superior officer who happened to be an army captain, that the person who's supposed to be a criminal is purported to be a kidnapped victim. Yeah. And the soldiers dwell on the police professionals. Now, we need to go back to the drawing board, because the incident of soldiers killing police, police killing soldiers, police killing army, army killing other security agencies, inclusive civil defense, inclusive Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force. We need to go back to the drawing board, because the incident never started today. It has been a long time incident. I think one of the reasons why soldiers and police do have these rivalry issues is because of a superiority complex, because the army is believed to be the most senior security agents, while the police are supposed to be the sister agency. They believe that the policeman is the junior officer on ground, or they are superior to the police. If we take ourselves to history properly, we understand that the Nigerian police has been existing before the formation of the military. By history, the Nigerian police are superior to the military. But when you come to firepower and operational power, that is where you have the armed forces, which are superior to the police. But we shouldn't take that superiority complex to engage ourselves, being soldier, police, or whatever the case may be. And that is why the military, the police needs to go back to the drawing board. That is back to the institution, the training institutions, to let the men know that they are all fighting for a cause. That is to preserve the territorial integrity of Nigeria and to ensure there is peace in our fatherland. I was privileged to be in the army too. I joined the military 22 years ago. And there was a time we had a rivalry or a conflict with the police. What went wrong? Just because there was a crisis somewhere in the southeast, and a soldier was gunned down. And when that soldier was gunned down, there was reprisals. There was attack from the military too. It happened here in Lagos. It happened in other places. I just want to appreciate the Nigerian police for not carrying out a reprisal attack on the army on what went wrong.
I think the army actually feared that will happen.
Yes, the army feared that, but if that had happened, it would have taken the country to a state of coerce, because the army would not also agree. They will also have to carry out a counter payback. But each time there is a crisis like this, we must remember that we are serving a country. If a soldier is being killed because of the lackadaisical behavior of a police officer, does not mean the army should carry out a reprisal attack on the police, because some families have 2-3 members serving in the force.
Definitely.
You might go and strike somebody that is still related to the policeman that died in action, or the soldier that died in action. And that brings me back to the training institutions. What are we being trained in the police academy, in the military institution? What do you tell the recruits, the officers, or the cadets about your sister security agency? Yeah. What do you tell them? How do you collaborate? It's a disastrous situation. When we want to curtail this kind of incident, first of all, they need to take the military off the road. When we talk about internal security, it's solely the duty of the Nigerian police. The military are programmed on a different wire, while the police are programmed on a different wire. Like me, when I was a soldier, I was only trained to kill and destroy. I was not trained to maintain any other thing but to destroy. The policeman, the police are a part of the administration of criminal justice. We have the police, the court, the prison. The military is not part of that. The military's duty, most especially the army, is just to destroy the enemy. Now, what went wrong in that checkpoint? When you look at section 217, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution, it accords the rule of engagement that whenever there is insurrection in the country or in our land, it is the president, that is the chief of the armed forces, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, the president, whose solely responsibility is to call up the military to go and tackle such insurrection. And when the military are called upon, the Constitution, section 217, section 2, also accord the military that they need to attend to that insurrection with courtesy. They need to apply minimum force. The only time you have to apply maximum force as a soldier is when your life is at risk.
It's at risk.
Now, when you go to section 8 of the Armed Forces Act, like the Wadumek incident that took the life of the Nigerian police, and that is why it is dangerous to also put our policemen, our soldiers on the highway. Now, that section gives the soldier man to fire any vehicle that approaches the checkpoint and does not stop or refuses to stop.
But they did stop.
They did stop. Yeah, that is what we heard. That we learned that they did stop. I also watched the video. The soldiers that were involved in that actions were highly unprofessional. Even in the war front, when your enemy surrenders, you kill him no more. That's what the rule of engagement says. And there is a man standing. I think that's Inspector Mark Diale. He was still standing. He was still surviving. The Constitution.
Yeah, the video that went viral.
Yes, the Armed Forces Act, Section 8 of the Armed Forces Act, stated it very clearly, subsection 1 and subsection 3, stated it very clearly that in such a situation, you're supposed to render medical service to such kind of person. But it's quite regrettable that guy died in action. And I felt so bad, and I believe that in moving forward, before you project our soldiers on duty on our highway, they should be trained, like 3-6 week training. And that training should be administered to them by the Nigerian police, because the Nigerian police are solely responsible for the protection of internal security, and they are well trained and wired for that, because the military's duty is to fire and to destroy. That's what the army is also known about. Now, looking at these guys who went for covert operation, I was asking myself, in such a anonymous operation and tactical coverage, the Nigerian government should also look at projecting more funds to the IRT. Those guys are doing a very good job. I think it's led by DCP Abakari, right? Yeah. That guy's an excellent guy, and I think he has really done so well for this country.
That's true.
And we're all proud of him. I am proud of him personally. Most of my friends all over the world are proud of him. Another side of the Nigerian police, which they also have to look, is to also ensure they manage their personnel very properly. Because when you look at statistics, you discover that most of the airlights are well protected by the police, and which is not good for the survival of our state, because the police need more men. The last time the IGP stated very clearly that they will need about 260,000 or 200,000 plus policemen, which is very fine. If they are going to have more policemen, they should ensure that the sole objective of that application should be for the citizens.
Now, finally, let me just get this from you. They've set up panels to investigate this, and some of the findings includes the fact that the army captain, had over 100 messages, with the kidnapper. And I'm saying, do you think with this, I don't want to use the word connivance, with such relationship, could that be why kidnapping will always, be on the increase, on the rise, given the relationship between such people and the army, and sometimes with the police too?
Yeah, the captain really exhibited a high spirit of professionalism. You don't give fire order when you don't have a plain view doctrine of what's happening. I think he wasn't in the checkpoints, and if he's not in the checkpoint, that's what we call scene commander. Yeah. It's not even a scene commander. It is only a scene commander that can issue a fire order when you observe that somebody passes through your checkpoint without stopping and blowing through your checkpoint, and you suspected that that person is a criminal, or whatever the case may be. The Armed Forces Act and rule of engagement is very clear. he shouldn't have given that order because he was not even a scene commander. Now, looking at the text messages we heard that goes into his phone, that is a familiarity complex from his own side, because as a security professional or as a police or army or a soldier who you are, yes, you're supposed to be the friend of the citizens, but over familiarity complex is detrimental to the success of security operations because you will be given a quick opportunity to aid a criminal, even with your consent or without your consent. But adventure, the captain is not even aware. This guy is a kidnapper, and that might be the truth. And if he's aware, then he has played a very big risk, and he has put his life and his job on the line. So the captain has done a very terrible job. He has brought disgrace to the army. I saw a lot of messages going around that the army should respond, the army must respond.
Yeah, I actually thought that by now, you know, the army should have paid an official condolence visit to the police.
I expected that to have happened.
You know,
maybe has it happened, or they have sent it, but they're not aware, or maybe they are waiting for the end of investigation. And Ivy, let me just tell you the truth. I'm a product of the Nigerian army. My father is a soldier. 22 years ago when I joined the army, all what my father told me was to fight for the survival of this country. My elder brother was a soldier, same father, same mother. My immediate younger brother also was a soldier. He's a soldier, he's still serving. He was shot by Boko Haram in Chibok some few years back. Thank God he survived that. Why am I giving this analysis? We need to bring our heads together and protect our country. Nigeria is our home. We have no other place to go. The army I know will never cover anybody that is erring. I bet you with my life. The army will not cover anybody.
You're very sure?
I am so sure.
Okay.
I am very, very sure. Because I could give you instances where the army has arrested a serving commander, arrested a senior officers on a mere cases of insubordinate behavior or unprofessional conduct. But in these very issues, everybody involved, I am telling you, the army will pick on them, and I'm even getting intelligence from our chat group how the army are taking it with top-notch seriousness, because the army's tradition is not to cover anybody. That is why they say in the army, when you buy your market, you pay your market. So that is just it. And above all, I wish Nigerians are both only, and I want to appreciate our security agencies for doing a great job. If not for them, I will not be sleeping and waking up as successfully they are trying for this country. And the government should look at also taking good care of our security agencies.
Thank you so much, Osajie. Yes. You know, I have to, Dickson, I have to really take
Osajie
my time.
Means God sent.
I had to take my time to ensure I call it Osajie, not Osajie.
Yeah, Osajie is from the Asian Kingdom. Osajie is from the Benin. I'm from
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I must say a very big thank you for the opportunity having you here.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Dickson Osajie on interagency rivalry. Like he said,